Hello world, PDR coming at you here with a Porsche Carrera 4 convertible. I don't know what year it is. It's a beautiful silver car, and it actually had a wooden box drop on the hood. So you can see that right here we've got a triangular dent. If you want to, I'll turn my head around to have you a little bit easier to analyze this dent. It's got a high spot right there where the brace is pushed on it, and this thing is a double braced. There's a brace underneath here, and if you want to look underneath what we've got it propped open, there's a hole right here. That's a brace, obviously. But then if you feel up in here, which you can't, I can, there's another double skinned brace that covers the first 3 inches of this metal. All the way out to, no, I think it is about 4 or 5 inches. Let me feel for it. And yeah, it's right here. So it goes halfway through this dent. I've checked access and I've got my little tiny twisties ready, but I think what we're gonna do is put a glue tab on it and see what we can get out. I'm just gonna warm it up to a little bit more of a temp that is gonna be more accepting of the glue. And while we're warming it up, let's just take the time to take out this little guy right here. So at this point in the video is when I say I sure do appreciate everybody that clicks on this video. I really do. If you guys don't mind hitting the subscribe button, we sure love to see the channel grow and love to see people learning and leaving positive comments. So yeah, first things first, I want to tap right on this high spot, and it is solid. It is really solid, guys. Sure that you can hear how solid that tap is. But I just want to get that little high pinch out a little bit. Wow, there's a little dirt underneath the emblem. That's okay. It's not a brand new car, but it sure is a beautiful one. One of my favorite cars on the planet is a Porsche Carrera. And I think what we're going to do, we've got the glue gun heated up, and I think what we're going to do is just stick a tab right in there and see how it's going to pull. I got some black plate glue on it. Give it a little second before it. And now let's get the lifter out. I'm going to make a fairly quick pull. A little bit of isopropyl and see how much this one moved. Honestly, guys, the brace was right behind this dent so hard that I could not even slide my super skinny tool in there. And wow, that moved. Moved some metal. Normally I would want to tap down right there, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on pulling another good pull right here and just see what I can get out of the center of that dent. Get as much of it out as possible. I can always tap down at the end, but to move that metal the way we want. Maybe I pulled it too quick. Maybe the tab or temperature wasn't right. You can always turn this on to low. Get a little bit of heat on there. And I don't know if my assumption is correct, but I'm assuming this is factory paint. I should have asked the customer if it's ever been repainted, but I also know how to look at paint real well, and all the lines match up, everything. It looks like it's pretty much factory. Plus it's got a couple of rock chips in it from time and wear and tear. So now let's see what we're looking at here. It looks like I got a lot of that dent out. Before I even tap it again, like I say, guys, I want to try to get the center of that dent. I'm going to go with just a little round tab, a tiny bit of glue. And drop it right into the center of that last little part that is low. And like I was saying, they were pinched up against because the dent was down against the brace. Well, now that I've moved it a little bit, I can probably slide my super skinny in there and tool out the rest. That was a good snap. It felt like it moved a little bit of metal. And let's see what we got out of this one. Yeah, so now we're getting it pulled up, and it's at the point, guys, when it looks kind of weird. So if you look through the board and you see what I'm looking at, I'm going to actually just grab either my Shane Jacks, which I probably just should right off the bat. Shane Jacks, this one. It gives me a lot more surface area to tap. And I'm basically just bringing down these high crests. So back to the cherry tip, because I'm a little bit more articulate with it. I can dial right in to where I need. And so, guys, I planned about an hour for this dent. I don't think we're going to keep you in for the whole thing, but I definitely wanted to show you these first couple of glue pulls. Now let me see if just moving that metal is going to give me the access that I need. Turn that on and break out some of my super tiny twisties. We're talking about a 1/16 of an inch, and very, very strong and sturdy. So let me see if I can just slide in behind that edge and see if I can find my tool. It is very tight still. Very tight, guys. And I can only get the tool to about right here. So to get up underneath this angle, maybe I'm going to have to come in underneath this brace. I might need to change my angle of sight also and try to just sneaky slide all the way in. And I'm using the elbow. I just felt the actual brace that was probably tack welded together. It wanted to separate. It's not going to be structurally hurting the car or anything. It's just very tough to get in there. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to do a couple more glue pulls, tap some of these highs down, keep on working with the glue, and if I can get this whole thing out with glue, that'd be great. Other than that, we will just come back and show you what we've got. We might do some speedies on the way and show you kind of how we're going to go through this dent, but like I say, we will come back and show you the end result in just a bit. Okay guys, here's what we ended up with. I still have a little bit of wax all over the hood. It was super tight and it was definitely double braced all the way through. Let's put the board on it and kind of show you what we got. We have a little bit of waviness right here at the end. And if you look at it, yeah, it's got a little bit of a tug. It was super tight in there. I did a lot of it with the glue pulling, tapped a lot of it back down, and then with that metal that was moved up, it gave me enough room to slide one of these super tiny tools in there, but I didn't really have the leverage or it is a good little stout tool, but I didn't have the length and the leverage. So I ended up getting this one in there, and this is actually just a little, I don't know, it's a 3/16, I think, smaller than a 1/4 inch. And I went up underneath this brace right here, which I should probably just take the time right now to straighten out this little guy, give it a little bit of a straightening, because I did kind of bend that a little bit. And I got in there and got a lot of it out. This is exactly what I promised the customer. You know, not 100%, but definitely the difference between having a dent on the hood and not having a dent. You basically have to look for it to find it. Not perfect, but what I call a good 90%. I think he's going to be real happy with it, and I think we might even have another couple more dents to do on his BMW. But other than that, you know, I sure do appreciate everybody sticking through this this video. If you guys don't mind hitting up the like and toggling the little notifications bell, you get notified every time we make a new video. And we sure appreciate all the good comments and all the positive feedback, and we definitely appreciate anybody that hits us up on the PayPal link down there for any support of the channel. You know, basically, I make my money from doing dents, not from YouTube. So to keep this channel going, it's kind of tough sometimes. We do spend money on microphones and SD cards and all the stuff you need to do to be a YouTuber. So, you know, another Porsche done. I think it came out pretty nice. Other than that, hey, I'll just say the thing, guys. This has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace.